Once upon a time, in a distant kingdom, a wise king summoned 3 of his ministers for an unusual task. He gave each of them a large sack and said, "Each of you must go to the palace orchard and fill your sack with the finest and best fruits. Be sure to choose the best quality and do not seek help from anyone else." The ministers, puzzled and curious, set off to fulfill the king's request. The first minister, a meticulous and ambitious man, carefully selected the best, ripest fruits from the orchard, hoping to win the king's favor. He filled his sack with the highest quality produce, taking his time to ensure every fruit was perfect. The second minister, however, was less concerned. He haphazardly picked fruits without paying attention to their quality. His sack ended up filled with a random assortment of fruits, many of which were overripe or even rotten. He assumed the king would never bother to inspect the fruits closely. The third minister, displaying an attitude of utter disregard for the king's command, picked weeds and leaves instead of fruits, filling his sack with useless debris. He believed the entire exercise to be pointless and beneath his concern. The following day, the king called the ministers to present their sacks. To their astonishment and dismay, the king ordered his guards to lock each minister in a separate cell for 3 months. They were to survive only on the contents of their sacks, with no food or water provided. The first minister thrived during his confinement. The fresh, delicious fruits he had carefully picked sustained him well, and he never experienced hunger. The second minister struggled but managed to survive. The few edible fruits in his sack were enough to keep him alive, but he endured considerable hardship due to the poor quality of most of his provisions. The third minister, however, faced a tragic end. With nothing but inedible weeds and leaves in his sack, he succumbed to hunger and thirst within the first month. This story encapsulates a valuable lesson. What you sow today, you will reap tomorrow. Your efforts, or lack thereof, will shape your future. Diligence, hard work, and attention to detail are essential to achieve your dreams and goals. Success does not come without effort, and sometimes one must endure challenges, fall, and rise again to ultimately succeed.